Okay, recap for today. I thought it's always fun the first day you get to put full pads on and the guys get to compete. You know, we obviously had a really kind of, we call it a pride tackle drill we did there, where guys got a lot of reps to work one-on-one tackling and to minimize the amount of bodies that potentially could get rolled into. So that's, you know, we talked about how much are we going to tackle. That's one example of a way that we can work on tackling. It's not full speed collisions where guys are running, it's in short spaces, but the defenders can work on their form tackling stuff and the offensive players can work on the impact of getting tackled. So that was one way. And then we had one period there early in practice where we let the guys go live for 25 plays, which was great. You know, Antoine injured his elbow in an O-line, D-line drill. X-rays are negative, which is very positive. I'd imagine it's going to be 1-2 weeks, maybe 10 days. I don't know exactly what it is, but it is nothing structurally wrong, which is positive. Outside of that, some guys obviously were still limited today. Jordan Simmons, Stephen Mitchell did about half the practice, and just kind of held him back some. And Andre Walker, again, was obviously very limited, and Lamar was obviously very limited. So nothing really new there. So all good with Antoine, nothing structurally, which is great. I thought, again, the practice was competitive. Really nice interception for a touchdown there early on in practice by Quentin Powell. It was very impressive. I thought it was good to see Randall Telfair make a couple big plays for us in the passing game early on in a team setting. I thought the offense, again, created a couple big plays, but defensively, the defense is making it very difficult on the offense to run the football. I think, we've got really talented players, and they're strong, and they're tough, they're physical. We've got a really good scheme that I think is conducive to our players right now, and they make it difficult running the ball. So that part for us is great defensively. Offensively, we've got to continue to hunt and peck to get better there. I thought it was good to have Kevon Seymour doing more today. Made some plays, had a big pass breakup on a third down. So, again, that was positive. I think we're seeing Sua getting more healthy. He was flying around pretty actively today as well. So, all in all, it was a good first day in pads. Obviously, we get the day off tomorrow. I think it's needed. I think you go 5 straight days the way we have, at the tempo we've gone at, the pace we've gone at, the intensity we've gone at. I think a day off physically and mentally for the guys is much needed. I think that you can get a little mental and physical fatigue 5 days into this thing. So the day off seems right tomorrow to kind of let them get their legs back a little bit, let them clear their mind a little bit, and then come back Sunday morning and have a really good hard practice.
So they have nothing tomorrow. There are no meetings.
We'll have some pretty short meetings tomorrow night. I know they're going to the movies tomorrow afternoon just to keep them off their feet. So. But it's a day for them to kind of get away. It's a way for our coaches to kind of go hug their families tomorrow morning for a little bit, and then for us to really do some hard evaluation. Obviously on the personnel, but also on our schemes to make sure what we're doing is again fitting our personnel and vice versa. And then where are we headed from there? And as we continue to grow on offense, defense, and on special teams. And then we've obviously got to continue to recruit. And so recruiting will be a big emphasis for the staff tomorrow as well.
What was the thinking with Buck and Trey today?
Just felt like they've been working hard. I mean, those guys have been going really hard here for the first 4 days. And we'll see that periodically out of me, that you're going to see days where certain guys are going to get a lighter day, a lighter load. For Buck and Trey, they obviously had a lighter load today. They get a really nice off day tomorrow. They should be really fresh, ready to go on Sunday. And then also, Justin Davis hasn't played for quite some time. He didn't have the end of last season. He didn't have spring practice. And we wanted to give him a really kind of more of a tough day today, where he got a lot of carries and had to run when he was a little bit fatigued, when he was a little bit banged up. So that was obviously intentional as well.
Steve, is the working an off day, a couple of them actually in the training camp, is that something you did at Washington, or has this evolved?
I guess it's really evolved in our time at Washington. It went from 1 off day to 2 to 3. Actually, this year's training camp is the first time that we'll actually have 4 off days. But the more research keeps telling us how important recovery is for longevity. And so I just try to stay in tune with that stuff. And meeting with a lot of different people, a lot of different teams, and what people have done in the NFL. It seems like that's the model. The trend is where we're headed. Where we're getting mandated more by the NCAA. The NFL is getting mandated more by the NFL, the teams, and so the mandation is one thing. But then there's the next piece of what's right for your team, and we want to practice hard. We want to be physical. We want to be fast. We want to make it intense. But I have to also be aware of our numbers. I can't be naive to the fact of that. And so we're just trying to be smart and aware and giving our guys the best chance to be successful every time we take the field.
Leonard Williams said he's still not quite 100%, but he's really close. Do you notice that at all, or does it seem like
No, I wouldn't know. Leonard makes it really hard to run the ball, and he gets after the quarterback, and he's a really bad matchup when one guy's blocking him. But fortunately, as I reminded Coach Drevno last night, we were watching the film, as hard as it is that we have to face Leonard every day in practice, we don't have to face him every Saturday during the season. So he's a tough matchup. He really is, and he plays the game very hard. He plays with amazing effort. He enjoys being out here. I mean, as big as he is, I mean, that guy's got just a bundle of energy, and I would never know. And maybe he's saving a couple things for us here for the first scrimmage or something. I don't know, but he sure seems like he's playing 100%.